Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to share with you 4 life principles that I believe are very important ingredients to have a great life, personal life and a business life. This is something that I've lived by most of my life, and I continue to live by and continue to inspire my own team or people that I work with, and my hope is that this helps you as well. So the four items are learn, think, plan and do. So every single day, if we can have these 4 ingredients in our life, that can really help us continuously progress. So the first one is learning. So learning is a very important principle. I have lived by this for pretty much my entire life. First thing in the morning, I'll start my day with learning. And I continue to encourage my team for that. I continue to encourage people that I work with, the groups of teams that I work with. And this has significantly helped us. So the mindset that I operate from is the mindset of an athlete or an army or air force professional. The idea is that as soon as you get up, as soon as you get to your ground, the first thing you do is you make your mind better. You help yourself. What would an athlete do first thing in the morning? They would practice, and they do it every single day. And it's only the showtime is when they play the game. But that happens on the games and the seasons. But for the rest of their life, or their career, they're always learning first thing in the morning. And we do the same thing. So we have this system or process of deliberate practice. So in my team, I encourage everyone to watch one video or learn one little piece, which is part of a bigger course or a learning material, and people will just learn one thing every single day. And if we do that, within a month we finish the course. Most people know how to buy courses, but they don't know how to learn. And we encourage learning every day, first thing in the morning. And we want that learning to be a deliberate practice, not just a random thing that showed up in your thread, but you want to learn something that you decided that's going to contribute. And generally speaking, we encourage learning something that you can use on that day at your work. So if you're a designer, learning something on design that you can immediately apply is powerful. If you're a marketer, if you learn something on marketing and you can immediately apply, that is powerful. So principle number 1, learn every day. First thing in the morning, start with learning. That's the motto that we live by. The second one is thinking. Thinking is just as important as learning. If we don't think, if we just move with the life, we just learn whatever comes our way or do whatever work we want to do, then it's very hard to actually grow and structure and direct your life in a certain direction. So one of the important things that you can do is take a little bit of time of thinking. Most CEOs and founders start their day by doing a little bit of a planning or thinking, some kind of a whiteboard, a white piece of paper, some kind of a planning. Personally, I like to do a little bit of a planning first thing in the morning, but throughout the day, I always find a little bit of a window wherever possible where I can just think. It's very, very important because it allows you to structure your next decision, your next 5 move, next 6 move, next 10 move, whatever it is. You get to plan whatever it is that you're gonna do. So it's so important to make some thinking time. So if we can think every single day, then we can move our life in a better direction. So a lot of people do it different. Everyone does it differently. I have a journaling practice, and I would often think on paper. So first thing in the morning, while I'm getting ready, amongst other things in my morning routine, I've got a bit of a journaling practice. So I will write down, and that is my thinking time. It's my deliberate thinking time. But throughout the day, I will pause to think. So learn and think. These are the 2 important principles. The third important principle is planning. Planning is also important. Most people would go out and do things randomly as they come along. No plans, no list, no structure, no calendar. So planning could be simplified in two very simple way. 1 is your calendar, and 2 is your checklist. So any kind of a checklist is a plan. So if you're going to do something and you write it on paper, do 1, 2, 3 steps, that's your plan. If you didn't write it down, there's no plan. There's no structure. Generally speaking, the power of planning comes from being able to restructure. So when you put something in paper in a few checklists, you can then change the checklist, structure it, and say, I'm going to do step 3 first and then step 1 next. And that allows you significant power to do it quicker, faster, better, more improved way, etc. So learn, think, and plan. 3 important things. And then the fourth and the most important one, the one where you spend the most time, is doing. So you must have execution time. You need flow state. You need time where you're not uninterrupted. You're doing the most important task of the day that you're supposed to do. Most of us don't get a lot of opportunity to do high impact work. If you're lucky, you might get 3 very high impact work done, 2 or 3 very high impact work done. Some days it's just one very high impact work because it takes a lot of time, but you have to cut out the time. So learning, thinking and planning can happen in less than an hour. The whole thing can happen within 20 minutes or even 30 minutes. But the doing requires 2-3 hours. So if we're lucky, we get 4 hours of flow state, 4 hours of focus time. That is those who are operating, people who operate at the highest focus level. They get 4 hours of focus time. But if you want to get good at this, I would suggest that at least have 1 to 2 hour block. Use your tool, whatever it is that works for you, some kind of Pomodoro or some other 80-20 rule, whatever works for you. But create a process that you can follow to spend at least a few hours of focus time getting something done, uninterrupted, all your messages turned off, and you can get things done. So whatever you learned will help your planning. Whatever you planned will help you doing. That's the idea. So learn, think, plan, and do. I call the doing the dance. So it's like dancing. If you follow the whole principle, if you learned something, if you thought about it, if you planned about it, then the doing becomes very easy. Just think about a dancer. What do? If you are someone who likes to dance, every opportunity you get, you break out a move. You try to show off. You get into it because it gives you the joy. And when we learn something, we plan something, we do something, think about it, we're reasonably good at it, it gives us a little bit of a healthy challenge, then we like to do, and the doing itself is the joy, is the outcome. That's amazing. So if you, that's just something that I live by, and perhaps you find some value in it too. And I hope this makes your life a little bit better. Thank you.